In yesterday's Rays versus Rangers game, we had a brother homering against the other brother's squad in front of their family. Josh Lowe versus Nathaniel Lowe. That was a lot of fun. Ohtani, he's basically on pace to have the exact same season as Aaron Judge did in 2022. He's on pace for 60 home runs. And the Pirates, they made some history yesterday with 2 rookie debuts in one game, but it was a different kind of debut. We'll talk about that in a second. All of that in today's MLB Recap, a series in which we recap every single game almost every single day. And a reminder, if you're going to any baseball games or concerts anytime soon, use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save yourself $20 off. Now, before we talk about the Giants and the Reds game being suspended, I do want to talk about their rookie Christian Encarnacion Strand making some MLB history. If it sounds like that was a mouthful of a name, it's because that is officially the longest name in Major League Baseball history. Christian Encarnacion Strand. That's it. That's number 1. Shout out to Jared Saltalamacchia, by the way. That's the first time I've seen his name on a list in quite some time. Now, even though this game was suspended, I do want to show some of the highlights because it was a fun game for the most part. Matt McLean, he went the other way for an Oppo Taco, which was immediately followed up by Austin Slater, pretty much going the other way as well. Austin Slater is so nasty against lefties. Now, he wanted some more later on, but Ellie De La Cruz, he robbed him with a sick play at the hot corner. Ellie, his tools are almost unfair. He can do everything at an elite level. Wilmer Flores and Jonathan India, they found some barrels. They made it 2-2 before the game was called due to rain. Now, it's going to be resumed later today, but the Tarp Monster, it was back out there. It claimed a few victims. Now, one dude actually had to crawl underneath it like a cat under a blanket on your bed. So again, that game is going to resume later today, but the Tarp Monster, I had to show it. Here we go. The Rays and the Rangers. Shane McClanahan is making his first start after being injured for a little bit. He's coming off the IL, and not gonna lie, he looked pretty sharp against an insane Rangers offense. Now, we talked a lot yesterday about Texas first baseman Nathaniel Lowe, and his little brother Josh is actually on the Rays, and of course he's gonna do that. Josh Lowe, the younger brother, he went yard. He has 13 home runs, a bunch of stolen bases as well. He is breaking out, and his brother Nathaniel, he could only shake his head at his family in the stands. Now, like I mentioned, Shane McClanahan, he was good. He was dialed in, going 5 shutout until Robbie Grossman, he singled. Wander Franco, he tried his best to make the play, and then Zeke Duran, he went the other way for a tater. Zeke Duran is hitting .301 with 13 home runs as a rookie. Shout out to Dane Dunning, by the way, for not letting those early runs get to his head. He left after 7 innings. He has a 2.82 ERA, which is the 4th best in all of the American League. Aroldis Chapman, what is this guy doing in 2023? He's back to throwing 103 miles an hour, 104, 105. I mean, this guy looks like a completely new player. The game is still knotted up at 2-2 in the bottom of the 9th inning when Josh Young, he doubles and then got pinch ran for another Josh. And then that Josh actually came around to score on a wild pitch. So that is a walk-off wild pitch as the Rangers beat the Rays 3-2. So even though Josh Lowe hit the home run, Nathaniel, he got the last laugh. Here we go. The Yankees and the Angels in I mean, it's not LA. I don't know why this team is even called the Los Angeles Angels. They're in Anaheim, but whatever. Shohei, he punched one the other way for a double, and rookie Zach Neto, he's going to try and score from first base. That's gotta hurt. A perfect relay nabbed Zach Neto, and he took a helmet to the face. Now, we're gonna skip to the 5th inning. New York, they walked Ohtani to get to Mickey Moniak, and that's baseball in a nutshell. Mickey hit one on the screws, but he lines out with the bases loaded. Griffin Canning, he was a maniac on the bump. He struck out Anthony Rizzo, who has been terrible lately, but that was pitch number 112. Griffin Canning, he went 120 pitches with 12 punch-outs. Now, before he left and he was taken out, he allowed a few base runners to get on, and the bullpen could not save him. Oswaldo Cabrera, he ripped a clutch 2-run double to the gap for the game's first 2 runs. LA and New York, they then traded runs after that, with Matt Thaiss hitting a solo home run and Gleyber Torres lifting a sac fly to keep it a 2-run lead. Now it's time for Shohei Ohtani to try and answer with the runner on, and mark this game down. This was the biggest and most flamboyant bat flip in the history of Ohtani's career. He has 35 home runs in 95 games. If we go back to last year when Aaron Judge hit 62, he had 36 home runs in 95 games. So Ohtani's pretty much matching what Judge did last year. He said, if you're going to win MVP, it's okay. I'm going to do the exact same thing, but also have a 3.3 ERA on the bump. Now, Gleyber, he grounded it into an awful double play in the 9th, so he had to extras. New York, they could not get anything going in the top half of the 10th. So knowing how their season has been going, this was expected. Michael Stefanik, he turns on a pitch, walking it off on a laser single down the left field line. The Yankees have lost 2 in a row, and both the Angels and New York are 3-7 over their last 10 games. Here we go. The Dodgers and and the Orioles, we saw Tampa Bay take the L in Texas, so if Baltimore can grab a W at home, they'll be tied for first place. A Gunnar Henderson RBI triple put the Orioles up 3-0 after 2. By the way, Gunnar Henderson has 10 extra base hits, 14 RBIs, and an almost 130 OPS plus over his last 21 games. Rookie starting pitcher Grayson Rodriguez, he was pretty good through 4. He allowed just 1 run on a single to JD Martinez, but that's okay because Adley Rutschman, he got that run back on his 13th home run of the season. Things are looking really good for the Orioles. Okay, well, that's not good. Will Smith, he singled home Freddie Freeman, and if that leaves, it's a very, very bad... Okay, Baltimore fans, I'm so sorry. That one did leave. Chris Taylor with the grand slam. He's only hitting .214 on the season, so that's easily his biggest moment of 2023. I just want to mention that the Dodgers, they're 8-2 over their last 10, and they have a plus 87 run differential, which is 4th best in Major League Baseball. So the Dodgers, they're going to have a really good second half, and they're only going to keep getting better. The Marlins and the Cardinals faced off in St. Louis, and the Cardinals were led by Nolan Arenado. Now, I do want to show Brian De La Cruz going yard because he's having a fantastic 2023, but Arenado, he knocked in Dylan Carlson to tie it, and after Luis Ariz untied it on an RBI single, Arenado, he tied it for the second time. That sac fly came right before Jordan Walker, the rookie, blooped a go-ahead base hit for the lead, and now the lead is gone. Jesus Sanchez, this dude rakes. He enters the double-digit home run club, and this game just kept going back and forth, back and forth. Carlson, his single made it 4-3, so the Cardinals are back out in front. Arenado, he ripped a huge 2-run double to give himself a 4 RBI night. He has a 170 OPS plus over his last 20 games. Jordan Hicks, he enters in the 9th inning. He converted his 8th save of the year, and the Cardinals, they've won 3 games in a row, and they're beating the Marlins, a really good team. Here we go. The Nationals were in Chicago facing off against the Cubs, and first half, I don't know if it's superstar, but definitely star player Jeimer Candelario ripped a 2-run home run to start this one. Now look for his name to be all over trade rumors because he's on a 1-year deal. He's going to get shipped. Washington, they scored a bunch on a couple ground outs and sac flies, but we're going to skip to the 6th where Ian Happ, he made things interesting. The switch hitter belted a 2-run home run, and I bring that up because it's a perfect transition to the next clip. We had another switch hitter, Kyber Ruiz, hitting a 2-run home run. He now has a home run in back-to-back games. And now one more 2-run home run for you guys. This one off the bat of not a switch hitter. That is Patrick Wisdom. He has 16 on the season, but it just wasn't enough to rally the troops. Kyle Finnegan, he now has 12 saves on the year. Lots of trade pieces in this series. I think that Kyle Finnegan might get moved. I think that Cody Bellinger, maybe Patrick Wisdom, Jeimer Candelario, Marcus Stroman, so many names in this series probably are going to get moved in the next few days or weeks. One of the easiest games of the entire day to recap, the Red Sox and the Oakland Athletics. Connor Wong, he had himself a big 3 RBI night, and that's his first of 3 right there. He's been pretty solid, and when I say solid, I mean he's been better than Vasquez. Christian Vasquez is hitting .218 on the season. Boston, they went up a few more, and Connor Wong came up in the 6th inning with runners on. No runners are on anymore aside from himself because he clears them. That is a 2-run double, a career-high 3 RBIs on the night. Nick Pivetta, he wasn't the starter, but maybe he took that personally because he wants to start. Check this out. Pivetta, he struck out the side in the 6th inning. Okay, that's pretty neat. What's he doing now? Oh, he's just striking out the side in the 7th inning now, so that's 6 consecutive strikeouts in a row. Make it 7. It could have been 8, but then he walked JJ Bleday right before striking out Nick Allen, so it could have been 8 in a row, maybe even 9 in a row. So he went 6 shutout in relief with 13 punch-outs. That's the most strikeouts ever by a Boston relief pitcher. Boston, in terms of 2023 as a team, they're 6th in OPS as an offense, and they're 11th in ERA as a pitching staff. They're a good team. The Mariners and the Minnesota Twins, after Minnesota went up by 2, Max Kepler, he was able to somehow leg out a double after tripping and stumbling all over his bat. As soon as he got to second base, he slid in head first, and he looked directly at the dugout because he knew that they were going to be clowning on him. Now, here comes the Mariners in the 5th inning with Jose Caballero bringing home 1, and then J-Rod, he ties it on a bases-loaded walk, and there's the lead. That's a controller smasher. If I'm playing MLB The Show, a 2-run bloop single straight out of MLB The Show. My friend, Joey Gallo, he got it back within 1. Joey now has 17 home runs and a 115 OPS plus. That's actually not too bad at all, despite the fact that he's hitting under 200 yet again. Seattle and Minnesota, they kept trading home runs with Eugenio Suarez belting a 2-run shot, and then Max Kepler, he answered with a 3-run home run, making it a 1-run game again. So the Mariners, they had to deploy Paul Sewald, who has been throwing a lot of innings as of late. He gets the job done. He has 19 saves. The Mariners barely beat the Twins 7-6. So we just saw the Twins lose, which means that the Guardians, they have to win this next game and capitalize on that Twins L. And we had 2 debuts in this one. We had 22-year-old starting pitcher Quinn Priester and 23-year-old catcher Endy Rodriguez. This marks the first time ever that a starting pitcher and catcher duo were both born in the 2000s. If that doesn't make you feel old, I don't know what will. Now, unfortunately, that's where the fun ends for Pittsburgh because Cleveland, they were angry after being swept by the Rangers. Like, if Ahmed Rosario is going yard, it might be a long day. Bo Naylor, he doubled in the fifth to make it 3-0. And look, more extra base hits. J-Ram and Josh Naylor. Remember, Bo Naylor and Josh Naylor, they are brothers on the same team, but Josh Naylor, he collected an RBI two-bagger after J-Ram. Josh Naylor, he wasn't done, but we gotta wait for it because I gotta show this home run from Andres Gimenez. He launched a pitch for his 8th home run. His power is slowly but surely coming back, and there's Josh Naylor with the power swing. He's hitting .310 with 13 home runs, 69 RBIs, and a wild 137 OPS plus. He should have been an all-star, but he got robbed in my opinion. Cleveland ended up with 11 runs on the day. They are back to just 1.5 games back of Minnesota for first place. Here we go, the Royals and the Tigers. Detroit, they are looking to start a rally in the second inning, but Kansas City, they turned a sick double play to end any threat. You have Michael Massey to Bobby Witt Jr. That was a beautiful play. Kansas City, they followed that up with 2 runs in the 4th inning, all while MLB's top 3 worst starting pitcher, Jordan Lyles, that dude is going to eat innings, but usually he's going to give up 4 or 5 runs in the process. So we head to the 7th inning where Riley Green, he showed shades of Willie Mays. That is hard to say. Say that 5 times in a row. Showed shades. That's too hard to say. What a catch. Detroit, they escaped the jam with a strikeout. That is a big time stop because the Tigers used that to flip the momentum. Kerry Carpenter, he took a walk with the bases loaded, and Matt Vierling, he saved the day. His 2-run double raised his OPS plus to 107, so he's having a pretty decent season if you ask me. Now, unfortunately, Detroit, their bullpen is going to blow it. That's an RBI double from Isbell. No, it's not, because Akil Baddoo, he has been the best defensive left fielder in baseball in 2023. He's number 1 in outs above average. He's actually tied with Stephen Kwan, the Gold Glover. Alex Lang, he was finally his nasty self. He struck out 2 in a perfect 9th inning. He has 15 saves. The Tigers, they're only 5 games back in first place, even though they're 9 games under 500. So those were all of the games from yesterday. Let's go ahead and try and fill out today's Immaculate Grid. So the Phillies and the Yankees, that's got to be David. I'm the worst at typing, by the way, so do not judge me. David Robertson is going to be a Philly and a Yankee. So we have a Yankee and a Brewer. This is the most random name. Wasn't Chris Carter a Brewer at one point? Chris Carter, do not botch this. I really think that I'm going to get this one, and this could be great for my rarity score. So Chris Carter, 2010 to 2017. Yes, only 2%. That one's huge. Silver Slugger for the Yankees. I'm going to try and think of something random. Did Matt Carpenter win a Silver Slugger? Because I feel like that would help me out on my rarity score. I'm going to go with Don Mattingly just to kind of pick someone random. Yes, okay, only 6%. That's huge. The Phillies and the Mariners. Okay, I'm going to throw out a random name, and I'm getting this name from MLB The Show. He had a really good bronze card. Franklin Gutierrez. Again, I'm trying to not only get the name, but think of people that no one else is. Franklin Gutierrez. Dang it! Mariners and the Brewers, I'm going to go with an easy one, Colton Wong. So that was 20%. A lot of people got that one. The Mariners, Silver Slugger. Did J-Rod win? I mean, I'm going to go Ichiro, right? Is Ichiro going to be, or maybe I should go with someone else like Mike Cameron. I feel like Mike Cameron might be someone who was a sneaky pick back in the day. I could go Griffey. There's a lot of big names I could choose. I'm going to go Brett. Wait, whoa. Brett Boone. Maybe that was, did he win one? Okay, that was 5%. I wanted to go with the guy that had a lower rarity score. The Phillies and the Marlins, that's going to be Gene, the hit machine. I'm going to go Gene Segura. We have the Marlins and the Brewers. This might take me a second. Wait. I know this one. This one's actually not that hard. Yelich. Isn't Christian Yelich? He was on the Marlins, right? Way back in the day with Giancarlo Stanton. Yeah, okay, that's 62%. That's going to really hurt my rarity score. And then one more pick left. Do I have a better chance of a Silver Slugger with the Marlins or a Philly and Mariner? I can't really think of anyone who was on the Phillies and the Mariners, so I'm probably gonna have to stick with a Marlins Silver Slugger. I could go with Giancarlo Stanton. I could probably go with maybe JT Realmuto back in the day. Did JT ever win a Silver Slugger as a Marlin? You know, I think I'm gonna go JT Realmuto. Let's see if we can get some good rarity points. Yes, I actually got that one. So my rarity score was 239, which maybe wasn't the best, but let's see some other possible answers for the Phillies and the Mariners. I could have gone with Raul Ibanez, Carlos Ruiz, Gene Segura. I forgot that he played for the Mariners back in the day. Brad Miller, I should have said Brad Miller because he's played for everyone. Carlos Santana, Jay Bruce. Okay, so there were some names I should have thought of. Oh yeah, J.P. Crawford. He started with the Phillies and now he's on the Mariners. I mean, that's my fault. But that was today's Immaculate Grid. If you want me to make this a daily part of MLB Recap, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for watching. There were no more games from yesterday. It was kind of a shorter recap, so I hope you guys had some fun. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support as of late, and I'll catch you in the next one.